Hey guys, it's Hermetice Caranculata, and I'm here to present you a basic introduction to polychaete worms. So what are polychaete worms? Polychaete worms, also known as bristle worms or sea worms, are a class of worms that mostly live in water, although families like Nemeridini have evolved to live in a few terrestrial environments, and are very abundant across the globe. And despite their families, species, orders, suborders, etc., they're separated into two subclasses for simplification, although there are a lot of different ways of categorizing them. Sedentaria and Orantia, also known as Aciculata. Which of these two subclasses they fit in are determined by their diets and their lifestyles. Diets vary in polychaete worms. They can be hunters, scavengers, and predators, as well as herbivores, filter feeders, detritus feeders, parasites, and those that live by commensalism. Polychaete worms that are hunters, scavengers, and predators are characterized in the subclass Orantia/Aciculata and are known as the mobile form due to the fact that they move around a lot more for hunting, scavenging, or preying, and requires more swimming and crawling. This lifestyle of theirs is supported by their physical adaptations. For example, polychaetes that fit into this category generally have highly developed sense organs for catching prey, sets of jaws, or an irreversible pharynx in some genus so they can penetrate, grab, and pull food. They're generally burrowers or live under rock crevices or wherever they can find shelter and change habitats from time to time. Worms that fit in this category may include eunusids and amphinomids, although there are many more. Worms that fit in the category of sedentaria, however, are known as the stationary form because they settle in one place for a long time or their whole lives, usually living in tubes or in burrows underground, or live off other organisms. They're filter feeders, herbivores or detritus feeders, or have symbiotic relationships with other organisms including bacteria or polyps. This lifestyle of theirs is supported by their reduced sensory organs as they don't hunt. Most of them have specialized organs that secrete minerals to build tubes for them, aka biomineralization. This is for protection and habitat, and most of them have long tentacles and palps that branch from their head for filter feeding and act as sensory organs, as well as respiratory organs. The worms that fit in this category may include serpulids and sabellids, two of the most important biomineralizing worms. As polychaetes are so abundant, they are found in many different habitats and niches. There have been worms found in hydrothermal vents in the abyss that are one of the most heat-tolerant animals in the world, and those that have been found living amongst methane deposits, and those that live on whale carcasses, many notable polychaetes we will get onto in my later videos. Now that we have an idea of what polychaete worms are, let's have a basic description of what polychaete worms look like. Like terrestrial annelids, they have segmented bodies, although they are not always as slender as oligochaetes, the common one, and some have bodies as wide as they are long. The feature which differentiates polychaete worms the most from other annelids is their parapodia, singular parapodium. The parapodia, usually provided for a segment each, act as respiratory organs as well as used for movement. How it does this? Well, to simplify the parapodia, it can either be paired, in which case it will be called biramus, or it can be single, being called uniramus. And both of these appendages have wing-like extensions called cirri and hair-like extensions called bristles, also seen in oligochaetes, both of which help them with swimming and crawling. In fact, the term polychaete means many bristles in Greek. These bristles, also known as setae, are made of a substance in carbohydrate called chitin. Parapodia help with respiration because they have a lot of blood vessels near the surface. This is the basic anatomy of a polychaete worm: segments, parapodia, and bristles. If we go in a bit more detail, we will learn about the head. The head, also known as the prostomium, which is a name given to the first segment of the segmented annelid, includes a pair of antennae, tentacle-like palps, and a pair of pits lined with cilia, called knuckle organs, all of which help them in seeking out food and act as sensory organs. The head normally includes 2 to 4 pairs of eyes that can differentiate between light and dark, although some polychaetes are blind, and those with larger lenses have a more sophisticated vision. The second segment after the head, known as the peritoneum, and unfortunately we have no easier term to refer to it, bears the mouth, which also varies depending on their diet. It determines what kind of minerals their teeth will be made out of, and what kind of sets of teeth they may have. Size varies a lot in polychaete worms, ranging from a couple of millimeters to a couple of meters, like some eunusids. Now that we've got the basic anatomy out of the way, let's have a quick flick through their circulatory system. Polychaetes have a very simple circulatory system with two main blood vessels that branch out to make smaller vessels that supply their other parts of the body. Those two main blood vessels being dorsal and ventral. The dorsal vessel is the vessel which lays above the gut, and the ventral vessel is the vessel which lays below the gut. Blood flows forward in the dorsal vessel and returns from the ventral vessel. The worm doesn't need a heart because the blood vessels are quite contractile themselves, thereby playing the role of a heart, although muscular pumps have been found in some species in rare cases. Some species do not have a circulatory system at all and rely on what is called coelomic fluid in their body cavities to transport oxygen to their body cells. The blood may be colorless, but there are also three different types of respiratory pigments: hemoglobin, the most common one, hemerythrin, and the green chlorophyrin. There's a lot more to the circulatory system of worm, but we will get onto some of that in one of my other videos. Now let's have a quick look at the nervous system. Again, like the circulatory system, there's a lot to say about the nervous system of a worm as well, but again, I will come back to that in one of my other videos, and for now we will have a quick look at a summary. The nervous system can consist of a double or ventral cord running the full length of the body originating from the brain in the head of the worm. These ventral cords are connected to ganglia in each segment, as well as a few nerves, connecting all the parts of the body with the brain, almost like the spinal cord in humans. In addition to most of the sensory organs found in the head, photosensitive eye spots and sensory nerves have been found in other segments in the body as well. So yeah guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this introduction, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to make more detailed videos in the future and be back with more polychaete worms, so don't forget to like and subscribe and be updated for more polychaete stuff. See ya!